Hello Internet, I am the Hero of Julios once again with another weekly Digimon card pack opening. Just like last week, we're going to be doing 2 of each pack, leading up to a Heroes vs. Villains booster pack showdown again. Don't really have much else to say. Last week was a pretty good haul, so let's just hope we keep the rhythm going. We'll start off with our battle for Omni and work back in time until we reach the 1.0 booster packs again. Starting off strong with my favorite color of Digimon, red, with a Monochromon. It is a 1 cost to Digivolve blocker with 5k DP. We got this Kotemon next that lets us search for Warrior and Holy Warrior Digimon. We got Daramon, who gains more power the more suspended Digimon we have. And Paledramon. When Digivolving, we can trash 2 Digivolution cards from one of our opponent's Digimon. A very good effect for a blue champion level Digimon. This Meramon, when Digivolving, we can give one of our Digimon a 3000 DP, pretty strong. And this, on the note of gaining DP, Nightmon helps us lower an opponent's DP. We got this Supreme Cannon that sends our opponent's Digimon with 3000 or less DP to their hand, unless we have Garurumon or Omnimon, in which case it becomes 5000 DP. Not to mention, it's not a, no, Digivolution cards underneath. No. It is just trashing all those Digivolution cards. So, it's pretty strong. For purple, we got a Zambamon with Retaliation. That's pretty good. It's a Mega level Digimon. Pikmon, it's good for wide boards. Ooh, and we got this Gabumon that lets us search for Garurumons and Omnimons. For our rares, we get our first black card, a Warumanzemon. And we get Earthshaker, which is lets us delete one of our opponent's unsuspended level 4 Digimon and one of our opponent's unsuspended level 5 Digimon. Good. For our second Battle for Omni pack, we got Cubimon, who lowers a security Digimon's power. Marine Devimon, just a strong ultimate level blue. Pillowmon, it's a rookie level purple. Kurisarimon, who when Digivolving, if we don't have Arata out and about, we can actually play him without paying his cost. And then he gives Rush to any Digimon with the same name as his evolution. He's also the first black normal card we've gotten today. Gasomon, or Gaussmon, who gives us a nice swarming mechanic, because if enough of them get on the board, it's gonna be a pretty powerful Digimon to deal with. And then we have this Agumon. Opposite of Gabumon, he lets us search for Greymons and Omnimons. Piximon, strong ultimate. You can't actually fly, which lets us suspend one of our opponent's Digimon. Then, if they have a level 7 Digimon, we can trash the top card of their security. It's an interesting effect. I don't fully understand what it has to do with Kiwimon, but it's still a good effect. This Infernmon lets us warp Digivolve from a Karamon, and he can let us play another Diaboromon if we get deleted. This Greymon effectively costs only 1 to Digivolve if he Digivolves from an Agumon, because we'll gain a memory from Digivolving from an Agumon. Oh, and for our rares, we get Arata Sonata, which I actually needed a 4th copy of this guy. And a super rare Metal Garurumon. This is a good one. He's got Reboot, and then he's got a Digiburst that we can either delete one of our opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 6 or less, or if none are available to be deleted, we can actually just trash a card from our opponent's security stack. And trashing a security card is always a good effect to have. I don't care what kind of Digimon you are. Next up, we have our Great Legend booster packs, and I'm hoping that there's some kind of great card in this Great Legends booster pack. We're starting off with Regalcusmon. Not a particularly amazing card, but he can trash an opponent's Digivolution card and then draw. Draw power is always helpful. Volkdramon lets us get an extra security attack onto our Mega Digimon. Skullscorpimon is just a strong looking Digimon. This Devimon's got Digiburst to delete an opponent's level 3 Digimon. Sangomon, just a rookie level Digimon. Falcomon is a 2 to play, 2 to Digivolve, 5k rookie. Labramon, on play, lets us draw 1, trash 1. Oh hey, Anubismon. When digivolving, we can play one level 3 Digimon card from our trash without paying its memory cost. It does not say on the card that it doesn't activate its on-play effect, so keep that in mind if you're trying to use an on-play based deck. When we play a Digimon from our trash, that Digimon also gains Rush. Ooh, that's pretty nice, because you could do something like Labramon that we just pulled, where you could draw one, trash one, then Labramon could just send itself straight into the opponent's stack. Razelmon, which lets us recover 2, but at the cost of losing one of our security cards at the end of our opponent's turn. So it's almost like you want her to get deleted as soon as she gets played. It's interesting. Bukamon, it's a decent blue in training Digimon. Not Bluka, Bukamon. And for our rares, we got Darkdramon. Ooh, and a super rare Blastmon. One of my first booster packs was actually had a Blastmon in it. He gets an extra security attack just for being himself. At the cost of, when attacking, our opponent can actually choose one of their unsuspended Digimon to act like a blocker, even if they don't have one. You know, at first that seems like a bad effect, especially if you're fighting someone with a retaliation deck, but he is a 13,000 DP Digimon, and that's pretty unheard of, even by Mega level standards. So we got a super rare from the first one. Let's see if the second one can pull it off. Got this Golemon, who increases our black Digimon's power by 1,000. That does include himself, ladies and gentlemen, so keep that in mind, because it says all your black Digimon, not all your other black Digimon. Flamemon helps us search for a hybrid or a red tamer. Galmon, who can come back to our hand if he gets Digibursted. Purple Gabumon. Got this black Gatsumon. Leomon, if he's deleted, we can suspend one of our opponent's one of our opponent's Digimon with 3 or less 1,000 DP. Vermillion, strong ultimate. Lotusmon suspends any level 4 or lower Digimon when they get played. Lobomon, who can Digivolve either from a rookie level Digimon or a blue tamer. Heir of Dragons lets us draw 2 and then delete a Digimon with 4 or less DP if we have a Greymon or a Drummon on the field. Hey! Speaking of red tamers from the little hybrid, we got Marcus Damon, who is a memory tamer that also gives us memory if a Greymon attacks. Our other rare is Varodurumon, with a Digiburst 3 that lowers all of our opponent's Digimon's DP. Alright, next up we got our 1.5 booster packs. I've got some hopes for what I'm going to get in here, but I won't say them out loud because I don't want to jinx it. We're starting off with Holy Wave, gives us a recovery +1. Jewel Beamon, a 10,000 DP ultimate. Argomon, just a normal rookie level green. Vmon lets us draw if we get unsuspended. Positron Laser, which stops our opponents from attacking with 2 of their Digimon, and if we have a blue Digimon in play, we can return one of our opponent's suspended Digimon to their hand. Sukamon lets us reveal the top 3 cards of our deck and put a Chumon among them. We can play the Chumon. Oh, that's nice. I mean, he's a champion with 1,000 DP, so it's an interesting trade-off to say the least. Zuba Agermon, who gives our level 7 Digimon an extra security attack. A Delicate Plan protects our Digimon from the security effects of option cards. I believe it's the option cards, because I think there was an errata for this card specifically, because right now, the one we're looking at right now says it doesn't activate security effects on any cards. I think it's actually just option cards. Oh hey, we got Minomon. Extra 1,000 DP when attacking an opponent's Digimon. Airdramon is a security Digimon, so if he's in your security deck, they attack, regardless of whether or not he wins the security fight, he gets played, which is nice. Scrap Claw gives one of our Digimon piercing, which is really good in our red deck, especially with those extra security checks. And Cherubimon. When attacking, if we have 3 or fewer security cards, we can place a yellow Digimon from our trash on top of our security deck. For our other 1.5, we got Howling Crusher, which lets us trash all Digivolution cards under all of our opponent's Digimon. Argomon with Digizorption and lets us play level 3 green Digimon from our hands, albeit suspended. Antlimon, cheap to Digivolve, but powerful ultimate level Digimon. Gatomon lowers our opponent's Digimon's DPs. This Agumon, but it's a black Agumon with 4,000 DP. And Vorvomon, a red Digimon with 5,000 DP. Psychmon also has 5,000 DP, but he costs 1 more to Digivolve, so keep that in mind. Got this black Gatomon. It's also a security card like that Airdramon. Oh, hey, another Minomon. We just saw you, little guy. And for our... oh, this isn't a rare. This is an uncommon. Valkyriemon. When Digivolving, we delete one of our opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less, and it's the exact same effect when attacking. Interesting. And for our rares, our actual rares, we get Mega Gargomon, who can suspend opponent's Digimon and gain security attack for each one. And Mamemon. It is a reboot Digimon that can return virus-type level 7 Digimon to our hand. From the trash bin, of course. Alright, and without further ado, to finish things off, if anyone remembers last week, we had a pretty spicy competition between the heroes and villains of the 1.0 booster pack. They both came out swinging strong with super rares on both sides, no less. I thought about it, and I think what I'm going to do is there's a point for super rares, and I'm going to say, well, there's always a rare guaranteed. So just to keep things interesting in case of a tie like last time, I'm going to give a point for any member of the Agumon family, which, albeit they did tie last week, but let's see if they can tie this week. Goblimon. Volcanic Dramon, with a security attack +1 and then wipes the board of 4K or less Digimon. Dark Tyrannomon, strong champion. Forbidden Temptation. Until the end of our opponent's turn, one of our opponent's Digimon cannot attack or block. Cockatreemon, just a generic red Digimon. Mushroomon is a generic green Digimon. Oblivion Bird deletes a Digimon with blocker. And this Devamon with retaliation is pretty strong. He even gives it as a inherited effect. Kairomon? I always forget how to pronounce that Digimon. Magnadramon is good for security recovery and lets us play yellow Digimon from our hand without paying their cost. And for our rares, we get Upamon, which lets us draw a card if our opponent has no suspended Digimon. And Seraphimon. That's a super rare right there. The heroes are swinging. They are 2 for 2 so far, but you know, we'll see. We'll see if the villainous opponents can keep holding out. We trigger a recovery +1 when Digivolving, and if we have 3 or more security cards, this Digimon gains a security attack +1. Alright, swinging for the villains is Diaboromon, with the Diaboromon pack right here. So far, the heroes have a super rare, so that's gonna put them up a point. But let's see what happens with Heat Viper. Lets us delete one of our opponent's Digimon, one of our Digimon, to delete 2 of our opponent's level 4 or lower. Gorillamon is a vanilla blue Digimon. Goblimon, same thing, but green. Reapamon, same thing, but yellow. Vegemon, same thing, but green. Nuclear Laser lets us draw 2 and then give one of our Digimon 2,000 more DP. Hagurumon is a vanilla rookie level. This Weregarurumon lets us gain 3 memory but lose 3 memory when attacking. Woodmon is a blocker green Digimon. Devidramon gains a memory if he's deleted while being a inherited effect. And Yokomon is our first rare. When attacking an opponent's Digimon specifically, we gain an extra 1,000 DP. And our other rare is Flower Cannon, which lets us suspend an opponent's Digimon. Well, that's all for this week. But right now the heroes are up 1 point, and we'll see what happens next week. But as always, let me know in the comments if I, pulled your favorite Digimon and what Digimon you hope I pull next week. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. This is the Hero of Julios, Xing out.